All right, hello. Today's video journal day 141, and today was good. Today was really good actually. I'm I got a thumbnail done. I wanted to get a thumbnail done for my. I'm doing a Pokemon Ginger only challenge, which in reality is I'm restricting myself to only using orange Pokemon in the playthrough, and I got my thumbnail done, and I'm actually really proud of it. I've been trying to add a little bit more self self love into my life because I realize I really need that right now. And I I still need to learn some more stuff, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I I wrote in my journal it's been a while since I wrote like an accomplishment down. I think just even something as simple as writing an accomplishment down like the thumbnail is really good for me. Okay, I was gonna try to do this without the notes, but oh yes, my schedule. Yes. So my schedule is going to be way different. I'm going to be getting up at 8:30. I'm going to do 8:20 the first day just to give me that extra 10 minutes, make sure my schedule everything fits. And then I want to oh my gosh, everything is not organized right now. Yeah, I want to get my schedule in order. I want to make sure that my schedule works out for me. I think the getting up 10 minutes earlier is going to be not too early to where I'm losing too much sleep, but also early enough to where I can give myself that extra padding I think I need on the first day to make sure that this schedule is going to make sense. I'm honestly I'm proud of who I've become so far. I'm obviously not a perfect streamer or content creator or anything like that yet, but I'm working there. And I realize I have to accept who I am right now. Even though it's not the end goal, I do have to accept where I am right now and be happy with the progress that I'm making. Because if I'm not going to be happy until I'm already made the progress, then the process to get there is going to suck more than it needs to. Why would I want to make the process suck more than it needs to? I don't want to do that. So I really have realized I need to recognize my accomplishments and all that sort of stuff. I played with my friends again today. I wasn't expecting them to want them to I wasn't expecting it wasn't planned. Like apparently it was. Like so I texted them on Discord. I was like, "Hey, sorry, next Tuesday isn't going to really work out cuz I have an appointment." And then they said, "Okay, we can just do today then." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm glad I accepted though because it was really fun. And I'm really glad my friend Logan contacted me and said he wanted to play Pokemon because it's been a bit since I played with friends. It really has been, and I've really needed that. I've really needed that to just kind of get my mood up a bit, and it's been really helpful because I have a lot of fun with them. My prompt for today was, how do you celebrate small wins and what's something you could do to acknowledge them more? I really want to be more conscious of celebrating because like I've said, I don't really celebrate them as much as I should, I realize. And it'd be super helpful for me to do that because I really think that I need to build myself up. And I think writing accomplishments, like I said earlier, would also be a good idea. But then I also think like there's these there's this way of like writing in a journal called like a gratitude journal where you just like write down things that you're grateful for, small things, but whatever it is, small things, big things, whatever it is, and then it kind of like changes your whole mindset into like thinking more positive thoughts because you've kind of forced yourself into that like positive mindset. And so I think something like that would also help me come up with more things to consciously celebrate, which is what something I think would be very helpful for me. And I was looking at my journal. I've only got 3 pages left. So tomorrow is probably going to be my final video journal within that book. And like I said in my earlier ones, my plan is to make one big video after I'm done with my journal and be like, here's what I learned after, how many days will it be? So today's 141. So tomorrow will be 142. What I've learned after 142 days of video journaling. I think that'd be really good. Or I could just do journaling in general. If I do how much everything I've learned from the past 140 days of journaling, I think that could be an interesting video. And I think it'd be really good for me to kind of go back and look. Oh, I'm going to look over like every page. Well, maybe not every page, but I marked a few pages and I was like, marked a few very important pages and underlined a very few like important quotes. So I don't think I'm going to go through literally every page, but I will be going through a lot of pages, probably most of them. And I'm excited to see that, and I'm excited to summarize it and have that little page of paper. I'm gonna have one like notebook paper, and that whole paper, I'm gonna fit my whole journal onto that one piece of paper. At least like fitting the highlights of it is what I mean by that. And I think it's gonna be I think it's a good way to remind yourself of the things that you learned, because I mean, I could flip through my journal and stuff, but there's a few things that are like, we normally like read the beginning and end. Like I'd probably have like this much of the book. I'd probably go over like this much of the book every once in a while, but like the middle pages you kind of like forget about and don't read. And so I think if I just like summarized all of the like main important things that I've learned these past few months, I think it'd be really good for me. And I think it could make an interesting video too. All right, well, thanks for those who are watching, and I am a conversational provider.